welcome back to another, I guess we'll call it episode, installment, another video. Jtwes, we thank you all for tuning in. We're not in a lull, but we are waiting for a couple days for some corn to get a little bigger. And we're going to look at a few things today, and we're going to plant some tomatoes, some German Johnson. We're getting some okra ready. Here's some nice little okra seeds that I've been shelling out. So we're getting some, this okra is Star David okra. So we're getting it ready, and we'll shell out a couple here that I had saved. Actually, I've been shelling this out here, and I'll use this. This will make good fire starter for my grill when I do charcoal. So I've just been sitting here, guys. I'll show you a couple. I've just been sitting here doing like that, and then that breaks that open. Take that, take that, and that's done. That, yep. Got to be careful, make sure you don't leave any. Just kind of knocking them in half. There we go. I'm not saying I may not miss one or two in that pod, but we're getting them for the most part. There we go. That one's empty. So now, got a full, that's enough to plant. That's enough to plant several rows of okra. So we're not going to plant okra today. I'm just getting it ready, getting it out of the pod. There we go. Look at there, guys. Nice, beautiful okra to plant. So we're going to plant that hopefully when it warms up a little bit. It's not quite warm enough for me yet to be planting okra and green beans. Not to say I may not plant some next week. I probably will. I am going to plant some watermelons today. Which is going to give us a good excuse to go up to the Jimmy Red field and see if anything's coming up. Because I don't know if you guys remember who watched that video when I was chisel plowing it and laying it off. I said that I'm going to make me one big long watermelon row. And that's what I'm going to do. We're going to plant this with the earthway cedar. I think it has a watermelon plant. But I will knock it down. It's got to be knocked down for one reason, because it's probably got a little bit of grass on it. But that'll take care of that. And I'm going to drop the planter. It's not going to have a hopper on it, but what that'll do, that'll center my row up for running the earthway cedar down through there. I'm going to do the same over here at tomatoes. I'm going to drop the planter so it kind of centers the row up for my tomatoes, and I can go along and peg that. And so we'll do that. We've watered tomatoes, and appreciate everybody watching videos, and been a pretty good season so far. We could use a little rain. It's a little wet. I mean, not a little dry, so we could use some water. I was debating, you know, I need the corn to get about this tall before I can kind of make sure that I don't cover it up with the rolling cultivators. I was debating on whether to get just a fertilizer injector and put on the Super A and inject fertilizer just in the soil there, because I like to work that fertilizer in with those rolling cultivators. It does a nice job of it. But if it's too little, and I can't really let them down, so we'll just have to play that by ear, whether I use rolling cultivators or whether I use injectors. But with that said, let's get some plants. And follow me around here. So we'll have our Monday Night Live in here tomorrow night. And guys, a lot of the stuff that I have on this wall, I will use it. If I have a call for that corn plate, I'll take it off the wall. If I have a call for this peg, which I do today, I want this big wide one right here because I'm going to plant some corn. So we'll take it off the wall and use it. Same thing with the oil or the thing here.
You're planting corn with it?
Oh, not planting corn, planting tomatoes. Sammy said I said corn, which I probably did. Corn sheller. And if I had a Jeep inline 6-cylinder that needed a valve cover gasket, we'd put that on it too. So yeah, this is our kind of wall that we use for our live, but it has a lot of usable stuff on it. All right, guys, this will keep me tracking right when it comes to planting these. I didn't quite knock it down quite as far as I would have if I would have been planting corn. I kind of eased up on it a little bit. I generally kind of like laying these things out first. Beautiful plants. Buddy of mine in church runs a nursery where he sells lots and lots of greenhouse tomatoes. And he planted these for me. And maybe I'm partial, but I just don't think you could get a better tomato. Tightening up on these tomatoes this year a little bit because I got to squeeze them in here. Don't have as big of rolls as I had last year for them.
Hey, watch out, there's fire right here.
It'll be alright. Hopefully, with any luck, we tore up their home good.
There's like a 5 foot wide antler because they're coming up from like 5 feet on each end.
Don't know if I'll miss my peg or not, but we'll try this one. Yeah, it's not bad. Easy on the hand there with that curved thing. That's gonna be pretty. That get a little winded. Let's plant some more. All right, guys, this one row of tomatoes, and we're gonna have enough for 10 or so, and got a couple of little special tomatoes on the end here, and I'll show you them in a minute. I was sitting here thinking the okra's got to go in this row. Whatever was left is where the okra was going. And I thought about it, and I said, you know, I just need to go and plant it now because I'd have to knock it back down further, and I really don't want to do that, and you know, grass gets to coming in it. So we're just gonna plant it. Plant the okra today. I know we just shelled it just a minute ago, but we're gonna go and plant it when we finish planting this. But Sammy wants to try planting some, so Sammy, have at it. Deeper. Looking good. Y'all give my hand applause. Yay. Sammy helps a lot, guys, in school with the greenhouse. He's very concerned about it, and he's concerned that the greenhouse never has no funding, and none of the other departments have any funding, in which we all know a lot of times in school the funding goes more towards sports than it does vocational, but we won't get started on that. We know what it is and why it does that, right, Sammy?
Oh yeah.
If I'd known you was gonna do that, I'd have made you plant the whole row. Been a lot better. All right, guys, pick them two up so I can show everybody. The German Johnson that was in front of the porch last year, Lino saved some seed off of, and we've already planted a couple in front of the porch. And so we just need to plant this one, and this one. And Sammy, I'm gonna get it, okay?
Okay.
Here, I'll get it. That way, if something happens to your mama's tomatoes, it'd be my fault. Did you water these two, son? Or I guess.
I didn't even see those.
Well, I guess she may have. All right, this one don't have to be that deep. We really gotta. Let's see if we can pinch it out of this cell. There we go. And we'll just push it around there like that. Okay. He's awful small. I always love putting the extra potting soil in my garden. It definitely ain't gonna hurt it. Now this one has got a buddy, and we'll try to separate them. There we go. They'll make it. I mean, they're just slow, but they'll make it. I'll put this one in here. Man, that plant is what I call splendidly. Prop them up a little bit. All right, we'll try this one too. He looks a little weak. We'll try him. We'll give him a fair shot, right, Sammy?
Mm-hmm.
May not make it, but we'll give him a shot. That's all we ask for. Sammy, while we're standing here, let's walk right over here and look at the corn. We got them coming on, guys. Here, here, here. Right there's one. A little late to the party, but he's making it. It's looking good down through there. I'm able to start seeing it pretty easy all the way down through there. This corn, the cultivating of it is going to determine, okay, when do I feel safe pulling the stakes down, and that the crows don't get it. So we'll check out Jimmy Red when we go plant that watermelon. Guys, I'm gonna drop this back up a little bit. I'll put it about right there. I gotta find my plate for the okra. I'll be honest with you, I hadn't really liked, I think this is it. Carrots, onions, tomatoes. Oh, they just roll it all up into one plate. Maybe this one's it. Sweet corn, no. Maybe it was this one. radishes, asparagus, spinach. This is a ticket. I know it is. Yay, okra. So traditionally what happens to me is this okra gets caught behind this plate somehow or another. Maybe it'll work better today. We'll see. Freshly shelled okra. That should be a plenty. Oh, well, at least it went in the hopper. All right, guys, let's get over here and see what we can do. Quick adjustment. I'll have to cover a little bit of that up. It didn't cover up all of it, but that's okay. It certainly puts it out.
What gear do you run it in?
You run it in get 'em up gear. Man. I'll have to come through. Let's cover this a little bit up right here. I'll have to come through with a pair. If I get a good stand on it, I'll have to come through with a pair of scissors and clip off about half of that. But I guess that's better than none not coming up at all. All right, where was we at? Let's see. You can see it, guys. It's on the ground. We'll get some fresh dirt right here and cover it up. See how I'm doing that? Making sure it's not clods. And there was a leaf. That never push that out of its way. Okay, this must be about where we switched the plate. Or made it go deeper, so she's good from there out. What is that? Okay. Garlic. Cool thing about a big pause like that is I can cut it out with editing. I paused for like 5 seconds, guys, before I could remember the name of that plant. Garlic, tomatoes, and okra. So all we have left is the 4 rolls that we're going to put in some peaches and cream. And we'll probably be another week, maybe even 2 weeks on before we plant them. We'll, probably second week of May or so, I'll plant those peaches and cream. And we'll see if we can compare how quick it come up versus the other. My guess is it's going to come up quicker because it's hopefully be warmer the second week of May. All right, so next thing is riding up the road and planting some watermelons and looking at the Jimmy Red. All right, we're at the Jimmy Red field and I don't see a lot coming up yet, and let's go look at it. I'm a little worried about it, to be quite honest with you guys. I don't know how much moisture, you know, that it doesn't have, but like here's one here that's coming up, and there's one coming up, and maybe it's gonna come up here in the next couple of days. That looks like it's one. No, that's a weed, but I also see this nutgrass too, and that's a little bit concerning. There's one right there, so there should be one. Should have been right in here somewhere.
Guess it ain't come up yet.
No. Uh-oh, I broke it off. That was it right there. So there, that was it. So hopefully, well, anyway, it's starting to come up. We need some rain. And I planted this much of a field, guys, just because I figured between the deer and the turkey, it'd be good to plant this much field. But it's gonna, if we don't get those rolling cultivators in here, and I mean get them in here soon, It's gonna be a challenge, but we're up for the challenge, so we'll get it done. I was kidding with Sammy. There's a big old turkey track right there. Right beside that piece of corn coming up. Look at that corn. So, oh boy, it'll be fun. But anyway, I was telling Sammy, I guess there's a fellow who's mowing around his deer feeding corn over here, and I told Sammy, I said, man, how in the world do we have good enough luck that we're in the middle of nowhere going to film a video and there's a lawnmower?
Push mower.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It's fine. It's kind of funny, just the timing of things. But let's plant this watermelon. See how deep this is gonna be. I think it's be all right. All right, guys. So we're gonna plant one big long roll of watermelon. Will it do any good? I don't know. We'll keep it cultivated. When it gets too big to cultivate, we'll plow. Maybe take the disc and cut around it and give it a fresh cutting, or maybe even plow around it. But it's just a bunch of seed I have, and we'll give them an opportunity to grow. But it's a long ways down here. I'm gonna say this thing's at least, what, Sammy, 2 football fields?
No. Probably one.
No, that's more than 100 yards, son.
I'm just thinking about the football field at school.
Well, it's 100 yards.
Probably.
All football fields are 100 yards. Well, since we don't have but a little bit left, guys, I say we drop it on this side of it and plant her on out. I don't think I've ever planted a row so long in my life of watermelon. I'm liable to have watermelon out my ears if this stuff grows right.
Don't swallow one, so it'll grow in. Now, Lord, after about 3 days of eating watermelon, I'm about watermeloned out for the week.
Okay, guys, that is it. My personal world record long watermelon row. Well, wish me luck. Hopefully they do good, and then we can all have beautiful watermelons. All right, just a little video, some odds and ends. Got some tomatoes planted. Got wasn't planning on planting any, but we got our okra planted. And that's Star David okra, and that's some that we raised last year, to what I was getting the seed off of. You know, it depends on the weather next week. I may put some green beans in the ground. Not sure. Maybe a few cucumbers. But I'm really looking forward to getting to this corn, because I hadn't put no fertilizer on it yet, so I need to get that fertilized to it. And from the looks of this, I need to be on this as quick as I can to kind of mitigate any grass situations. But you know, if we can hold the grass back a little bit and the plant get a little size on it, we can throw some dirt to it. Still not sure whether I'll put a fertilized foot on or not. We're just going to have to wait and see. One of the reasons why I kind of didn't put fertilizer out yet too, guys, is just not sure what type of stand I'd have, you know, in case I needed to replant it. I got plenty of seed, and it's not too late to replant it by all means. So, but I think if it comes up decent, I think we'll be okay. I don't think it'll be too bad. So, y'all have a good week. When you finish watching this, wait around a little bit, and Monday Night Live will be on at 8 o'clock. For you watching this, it'll be tonight. So I'll say 8 o'clock tonight. Y'all come catch us on the live, and we'll talk about whatever comes up and whatever we think about talking about. But y'all have a good week, a good day. God loves you. God bless you. We'll see you.